One other thing that I'd like to make mention of this morning, which has more to do with um, current state of our national politics, which I generally don't make comments like this. However, this one hits pretty close to home for me. And I think maybe a lot of us. If anybody's been paying attention to the news, I'm sure that we're all aware of the leaked draft of the Supreme Court draft to overturn Roe v.Wade, which I know for a lot of people is highly concerning, not only for the overturning of that, but also the logic in that particular draft essentially sets the track to overturn a whole bunch of other civil rights, including same-sex marriage, interracial marriage, school segregation, voting rights, access to birth control, and a bunch of other things. And no, those are not abstract worries. There are actual laws that are being passed with the purpose of getting those things overturned already. I don't talk about this a lot, but there are a bunch of reasons why I consider myself to be a pro-choice pastor. The vast majority of which have to do directly with my faith. But there is one that hits home for me personally. The reality is that Roe v. Wade over the last 50 years has made possible a bunch of what are called assisted reproductive technologies to help people have kids of their own. My wife and I have used those technologies in order to have our children. The bottom line for me right now is that without Roe v. Wade, my children would not exist. So that's one of the key reasons why this is of particular concern on my heart. It's a very complicated thing. And especially as a pastor who cares deeply about all of the people and especially all the women in our church, it feels even heavier and more complicated because this happened on the week of Mother's Day. For years, Mother's Day, I've always known that Mother's Day is a very complicated holiday. And for many reasons that we're probably familiar with. Yes, on one hand, we want to celebrate with all of the women who are and who are grateful to be mothers and who have wanted to be mothers. It's also incredibly complicated for the multitude of women who have desperately wanted to have children, but who have not been able to. It's also complicated because many other people have very complicated relationships with their own mothers. That is hard to find a way to celebrate. It is also a complicated holiday because there are many women who are connected with all of us who have not wanted to have children. Women who are not ready, but will later be in their life. Women who do not want them at all, and women who have children and who do not want more, and a whole host of other reasons. One of the statistics that I think we as people of faith need to be aware of is that 1 in 4 women have had an abortion. Of those, 7 out of 10 identify as Christian, which means that there is a very high chance that you are sitting next to someone who has. And there's almost 100% chance that you know and love someone who has had one, but also likely that they have never felt like they can be able to say anything about it. Today, Romans 12 comes to mind for me, which now more than ever, I think, is the work of the church, where it says that we are to rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those who weep. Mother's Day, for me at least, is one of these holy but complicated times. It's a day where we celebrate with some and we grieve with others all at the same time. And so simply today, for those who need to hear it, I want to say, whoever you are, whatever your situation, we love you and we're grateful for you and we're with you.